Black man power, black woman power, black child power. It's KingLeonX, UBVOA. This is another episode of Take Charge of Your Life, Take Charge of Your Day, Take Charge of Your Mind, Take Charge of Your Mental Attitude. The Human Liberator is here once again with episode 37. Episode 37, Self-Mastery Midday Motivation. Take charge of your life, take charge of your day, take charge of your mind, take charge of your mental attitude. Don't wish it was easier, wish you were better. Don't wish for less problems, wish for more skills. Don't wish for security, wish for adventure. Don't wish for less challenge. Wish for more wisdom to deal with the challenge. Wish for more wisdom to overcome the challenge, to go through the challenge, to persist and push no matter what. This is Take Charge of Your Life. KingLeonX, Zarib Abrafo Olabode, episode 37. Alright, and so if you was with me earlier this week, because I believe today's Friday, January 20th, 2017. I'm in Progress, Pennsylvania, Harrisburg, Pennsylvania area. And what I want to do is shout out to the last topic that we spoke of, which is assembling a pleasing personality. When we talked about our personality is the trademark by where people recognize us. All right, it determines whether people are attracted to us or they shy away from us. You see, our personality, these things. We talked about the traits of a person, negative traits of personality, which are all 100% in our control. And so we can examine ourselves and see our personality as others see it, so then we can improve on it in the areas in which it needs improvement. All right. And so moving from assembling and pleasing a personality, we're going to self-discipline. We know that self-discipline, if you remember week 1 of Take Charge of Your Life and also week 2, and pretty much every week I like to remind us that wealth is a whole, we get to redefine wealth. 21st century entrepreneurs, infopreneurs, we get to redefine wealth in abundance. Guess what? We get to redefine it, we get to examine it, we get to interpret it. We get to choose the information that we tailor our children's minds. We shape their philosophy. We get to choose the philosophies in which we intend to shape our children's minds with. And so we must understand the truth, examine the truth, know the truth, and the truth will set you free. Take charge of your life. All right? Make the choice. Work harder on yourself than you do on your job. Did you know that self-mastery is the hardest work that exists? Thinking, living, breathing with yourself. And you can't fake it. This is not something that you can fake. There's no loopholes to manhood. There's no loopholes to enlightenment. There's no loopholes to becoming your greatest version. You have to do the work yourself. And who you become in the process, what you become in the process, is much better than what you get. Who you become in the process is much better than what you get. Right? But you must decide, like I told you on prior episodes, you must decide who do you want to be, what do you want to have, what do you want to experience. Okay? When you die and everyone that knows you dies, if you haven't done something significant and made a difference, it's like you were never born. Is that okay? Is that okay with you? Is that okay with you? It's not okay with me. So I'm here to make a specific difference, a deliberate difference, a measurable change, measurable advancements in my own life and the lives of all of those people who are affected me or are affected from my actions, which is you in the world. And I intend to become the most powerful, wealthiest, influential black man of all time, arguably, and without a doubt, the most powerful, wealthiest, influential black man of the 21st century, based on my actions and results. I know what results are expected of me. In order for people to say that, I know the level of compassion I need in order to be able to build what I intend to build. I know the level of understanding. And so when I was talking about redefining wealth, And I was talking about redefining a holistic experience of prosperity, when I'm talking about from going from poverty to black power, to black nationalism, to African internationalism, to from poverty to self-mastery, from poverty to enlightenment, right? From crook to Christ. You see, there's a process. We have to die of our old selves. And so once we realize that, once we can detach ourselves from the material plane and realize we're not our bodies, we're not our minds, we're not our spirits. You feel me? I'm not these things because I'm aware that I'm in a body. I know I'm not my body because I'm aware that I'm in my body. I'm not my soul because I'm aware that I have a soul. I'm not my spirit. I'm aware that I have a spirit. You feel me? I'm not my mind because I'm aware that I have my mind. And guess what? I'm aware that I have my mind. And that's what I am. I am the awareness that allows me to be aware that I'm in this physical plane, you see. And from that point, there's no such thing as time and space. From that area, all things exist. It is the all in all. And all of it is a part of the all, expressing itself in many different interpretations. So what mark as a recreator will you bring? What contribution will you bring? Will you add to the wealth of the graveyard, or will you add to the wealth of humanity? Will you add to the wealth of the world? The abundance of knowledge, wealth at our disposal. Who will you become? What will you do with your freedom to help free other black people? This is the question. What will you do with your freedom to help free other black people? These are not games that we play. You see, this right here, Africa. When you see this Africa on my back, I cop this. I exchange my cash, support black business for this, because through my action, this isn't just a jacket. Africa isn't just on my back physically on this goddamn what is it? This jacket that I have on. Africa is, I am, you feel me, Africa. All history of existence is written within myself. And I am the reason for my smiles and tears. And I am the cause of all of the wars and the anger and frustration within the conflict in the world, because of the own aggressiveness in my life. Because my own aggressiveness, because of my own nationalism, because my own little particular gods and my particular nationalism, my particular area of geography. But I'm smart enough to also be separate from that. Smart enough to know that this is a man-made construct. These things are man-made constructs that are not the purpose of life. These things are experiences that allow us to be measurable. Hello.
Wow, you're pretty loud here.
Oh yeah. Well, I'm just doing my Take Charge of Your Life video. This is the only place that I could catch and cool. So I do self-mastery, midday motivation. And what I'm talking about right now is redefining like wealth as a holistic experience versus just being so attached to the material plane. So understanding that positive mental attitude pretty much has the list of riches, because regardless of whatever you have around your life, if you don't even have the mental attitude that allows you to appreciate it, then what's it for? Gotcha. And then next thing is sound health, because you could have, once again, you have all these things and accumulate all this value, but if you don't have the health to be able to experience it, again, along with that mental attitude, positive mental attitude, you're not going to be able to fully appreciate it and live fulfilled. Gotcha. So when you have sound health and positive mental attitude, that's already part of wealth. So we're not missing as much as we think. And then when you can add peace of mind with that, these things are only, you can only really have these things with a definite major purpose. Like if you decide who you are, what you want to be, what you want to have, where you want to go, and then understand that those things already exist in energy form, and then you yourself are just existing in that process of becoming that person to have these things. Okay. So all of it, so all obstacles that you have to overcome is just all a part of the process. But you can't maintain a positive mental attitude without definite major purpose, because then everything is just gonna knock you off balance. You haven't really truly identified where you're going, what you're living for. You know what I mean?
I hear
And
ya.
then so wisdom to understand people is also a byproduct of that, right? Because it's extremely. So that's what That's why I was kind of loud. That's what I was, So that's where most people don't understand these things. You could go and get doctorate degrees and all these types of things and zillions of years of information and education and not be able to experience the truly fulfilled life, right?
Yeah.
Harmony in your human relationships. That's important.
Mm-hmm.
That's important.
Yeah.
It's probably the most important.
Absolutely.
People. It's all. So that's why you hear. I believe that's why some people say that money's not important because they know that people are more important than money,
Mm-hmm.
and so something in them or maybe their belief they feel like they have to, because they're comparing money and people. When people are people, money's money, and nothing can take the place of either of the two in the place that they're used. You know what I mean? So it's like we have to just expand our mind and philosophy, stop being so rigid in our beliefs. And then we realize that we all pretty much are headed towards a common understanding of life.
Gotcha.
A common understanding of existence. And it's like, what role do we want to play? Do we want to play in adding value to the graveyard? Be one of the people who just die full of their ideas, full of their goals, full of their concepts, full of their dreams. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Because they felt the fear and it paralyzed them versus feeling the fear and then using that as a fuel to act.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Successful people feel fear too. They just use it differently. Right? No, there's my time, you feel me? So it's take charge of your life, and so this is how we get down. I guess I didn't really get into today much into the principles of self-discipline, but on Monday morning, I will catch y'all at the same time, different place. And don't wish it was easier, wish you were better. Right? Don't wish for less problems, wish for more skill. Don't follow me, follow your dreams.